With GoGuardian, you can set up certain scenes. These scenes for classrooms are kind of like a default page that you may want to push out, or a default setting that you want pushed out. To make a scene, you can go over on the sidebar and click on Scenes. And then we'll go up to the top right corner, click Add Scene. From here, we can give this scene a name. We could change this pattern if we want to distinguish it between others. Any kind of a description, so maybe what is this used for? Maybe it's the beginning of the day. And I can go to Allow Mode or Block Mode. Allow Mode is basically going to be more open, so it's going to allow anything except for what I put in this list. Block Mode is going to be more restricted, so the only things that would be allowed would be what I put in this list. So I can add them in there. I also have some quick lists over on this side, and some of these GoGuardian has already made that are pretty popular. So any of these, if I decided I wanted to add some of these in, I can just click and click Add List, and you can see it just pops it over and adds that in there. If you are going to use the same websites pretty frequently, and you're kind of in block mode, you might want to create your own lists. And so you could create your list by just adding these in here. And you can just keep adding more sites and build this out, and then just hit save. But then you'll have these little quick lists that you can just add in. So here's that one I just made. So I can just keep adding things here, and unblocked, these would be the only ones that are allowed. If I'm on allowed mode, these would all be blocked. So maybe instead of having these ones here, maybe I want to put something like YouTube in there and block YouTube during this time. So we keep going down. Other things you can do with the scene is you can have auto open tabs. These are ones that are automatically going to open on your classes for your class. One thing to note, they do need to have at least Chrome open for these to pop up. If they don't have Chrome open, the first time it opens, they'll just be blank. So you may have to send that task again so that it actually opens Chrome and then it opens up the tabs. But I could put information here. And each one of these websites would be another tab. And then I can also set the maximum number of open tabs. And so if I said 2, these 2 tabs would be the only ones that they could have open. And once I'm done setting all of this, I can go ahead and hit Save Scene. And that's created that scene. You can see it's called Test. So once I have a scene made, I can use that in my classrooms. And there's a few different ways I can do that. I can actually go ahead on my class, and if I go to Settings, I could use that test as a default scene, so it automatically opens up to that. And so that's what I'm going to do for now. And then I can go to my classroom, and you can see here it's going to start with that scene. I could change it back to none, and we're going to start session. So it's looking for that student device, and there's that test device. Now you notice right now that Chrome is not open. So I'm going to go up here to Scene, and I'm going to select that test scene that I created. And the first thing it's going to do is it's going to open up Chrome. And it didn't open my other pages because Chrome wasn't already open. So if I go ahead and click Scene again and click test a second time, now you'll see these pages start to pop up. So there's one way you can use a scene. The other thing with the scene, and I'll go back to this bigger view, is that we had blocked YouTube on that scene. So as a student, I'm going to search YouTube here. And you can see it let me do the Google search. And then once I click to select to go to YouTube, it is blocked. I can't get to it. So you can use these scenes to help filter in your classroom. So if there's only certain websites or activities you want students to be working on, you can use these scenes to your advantage, and they're very powerful.